First, communication is absolutely critical in any society where you have brands and in any society where you have services being a large component of the economy. There are enough studies which have shown that a 10% increase in either mobility or internet usage contributes more than 1% to the GDP growth in the country. So if you look at India over the last decade, 20% of the growth of GDP in India has come through improved communication. Improved communication is a very important facet of any business enterprise. Why? All of us want to communicate with our customers, be it a B2B sale, be it a business to government sale, and more important, be it a business to consumer sale. In the past, a lot of the communication was one way, where you had television advertising, print advertising, and radio advertising, which was communication from the brand to the consumer. In today's world, thanks to social media, the loop is completed. So here are leaders and brands and corporations or even NGOs talking to consumers, and consumers have a feedback loop through social media to talk about either your brand or your purpose or what you're doing. So in today's world, the combination of communications and technology and communication technology is making it absolutely imperative for brands to be very responsive and brands to be responsible. The key thing for any company is to be responsive. Today, if you look at it, consumers want a Twitter response within 15 minutes and a Facebook response within 59 minutes. So, which means they expect brands and leaders to be far more responsive today than they were ever in the past. So, being responsive is important. So, in the future, companies which are fast will beat the companies which are slow. It won't be companies which are big which will beat the companies which are small. If you look at the whole Pepsico business, we are a scale business. We manufacture billions of liquid refreshments. We manufacture billions of packets of snacks and savory. So our plants are scale plants. You can never run a scale plant without the appropriate leading edge technology which is available across the world. So for us, putting in technology which runs plants at very high speeds with very high quality and very high reliability is very important. That's the first part. The second part is we need to have the technology to ensure that we contribute back to society. So all the technology we are using in the area of water, we are actually water positive since 2009, and we have put back 8.2 billion liters back into society. So that's the other use of technology. The third use of technology is to ensure that we are consuming less energy. So we have done a lot of work in the area of energy by getting onto the grid, by ensuring that we have energy powered by windmills, by ensuring that we have energy saving devices to work in our plants. So that is another area which we've done. And finally, when you look at technology and storage and raw material, for example, potato is a seasonal product. We buy it and we store it. Traditional storing methods ensure that potato can be stored for about 5 months. Our technology ensures that we can store it for 8 months. With the right balance of humidity, with the right balance of air, with the right balance of quality, so that the tuber is absolutely perfect for a perfect potato chip. So in the whole chain we use that. And finally, if you look at front-end technology, we have our information being collected by our salespeople every day from the retail outlet. So the frequency of information is now in a few hours. So our decision making time and our response to that information is almost immediate. So that's how we use technology across the full chain. Overall, if you look at it, most developed markets are supposed to do better than where they were before in the year 2014, with America clearly leading the pack. Okay, so China, India, etc. are at the growth levels they are. We are currently at a growth level something around 5%. So, and I believe that will continue to be so. Now, the key thing is you have to ask yourself, at what stage is India today? India is in a consumption economy mode and not a penetration economy mode. Most categories, the game is one of consumption and not of penetration. The penetration economy mode forced us to go into a 5 rupee pack, a sachet, a wholesale, and rural markets and small towns. A consumption mode requires a very different attitude to service, a very different infrastructure in terms of retail, and a very different communication to the consumer. So how do you get to sell to the consumer the third or the fourth thing that he wants? That means varieties. Okay, that means innovating on the edge of varieties. So those are the kind of things we need. So that's the first point in terms of where is the economy. The second is every company needs to ask itself, is it the leader in the market, or is it a challenger, or is it a follower or a laggard? If you are the leader of an industry, it is absolutely imperative that you grow the market. That's the role that the leader needs to play. If you're a challenger or a laggard, what you need to do is to challenge the status quo in the market through a disruptive innovation. So that's how consumers will look at companies and brands will clearly need to put consumption at the heart of their strategy in the year 2014.